And welcome to this video. So in this video we're gonna add in the styling and structure the article page, and then in the next video we are gonna focus on adding the possibility to edit the article if you're an admin, or delete it directly from the article page. So let's get into the styling. So first of all, we need to add this with an ID of article. Then we need to have a class of bg white, shadow, rounded, and p5. So what this would do is we will have an identifier article, which we are going to use for jQuery in just a moment. Then we will have a background of white and some shadow, and then it will be rounded borders and a padding of 5 pixels. So let's take a look at how that will look. This look actually really nice, but we have this image that's way too big. So since we are using a WYSIWYG editor, I found the simplest solution to simply every image inside the article should be responsive with the Bootstrap responsive class. The simplest way to do that would be by adding this piece of code. So this is grabbing everything inside article that's an image with a source data image that's grabbed from the database, and add the class image fluid for every image. So this will then fix our issue here. So you can see now this is responsive, makes it way more readable. And then what we could do is we could say this would be at H1. Then I would say we should put all of this in here. And then create an add. And then we need to do one more change. And we need to go into this readable for humans, because right now what we would get would look like this, which is just not readable. So we are going to use Laravel's third-party library, this default with Laravel, diff for humans, which then will make it show in the past 23 hours, or if it's a year ago, and then it will say last updated a year ago. And then we would check the value to say if it's actually updated a year ago. But the process also created a year ago. We will, instead of confusing people by that, we will just check that and then only show when it was created. So you make sure it's not the same value, so it won't confuse the people reading the data. So what we need to do now is we need to go into the block model, and we need to go in and say protected dates created add and updated add. And then we need to make a conditional statement in here. So basically what we want to do is we want to say if block created add is equal to this one here. But we want to actually remove this. Then we want to say diff for humans, and we actually want to add it like this. And then we want to have an endif, and in that scenario we will say updated add, and this will basically say if block that was created add diff for humans. So if it's posted 23 hours ago and the other one is posted 23 hours ago, it will basically check if it's not the same value and then print out blog updated that diff for humans if it's not the same hour. And then what I did was I went into the database file and not like that, sorry, in here, and I simply just changed the date of it. So I took this date, for example, copy and paste it down here, and then I simply just left this value as it is. So this is two different, if we go up here, this is two different time sets. Then we can just say submit. Then if we go in and refresh now, alright, so there's still a bit of issue here. Okay, so if we go in here again, let's see. We need to put this as diff for humans. Because both of them are 2 days ago. Let's try to change that. And then just take something like this. This will look weird when we look at it because it will be created first and then it will be updated 3 days ago. But what we want to check now is in the scenario of you actually have the same value, but the dates are not the same. We will say else if blog created add, and then check that they have not the same value here, and then say blog updated add, then say end if, then we will say updated add blog updated add. So now if we go in here and say this one here, which is created the same day, then go in, submit it. What we now get is a date here, so it's actually a bit more accurate because this looks like if you have one that says created 2 days ago, updated 2 days ago, it could be updated 2 days ago, but at the same time. So what we could do even more here to improve it would be actually to check like this, and then put it in like this here. Then say else and if. And of course this looks a bit confusing because we have all this here, so we will make this more readable. And what the idea behind this is because when you create the blog post in Laravel, it will post directly the same date as updated that and created that, and we don't want to display both of these at the same time. So what we want to do is we want to show if you have different times in Diff for Humans, we will show the different days it was created. But in this scenario that we have the different Diff for Humans days, so 2 days ago and 2 days ago, we will show the exact time instead to not confuse the user about when it was last updated. And then we will have created add with that Diff for Humans. And the reason why is when you update an article, sometimes it's nice to see this updated so people actually can see, oh, this is actually up to date even if it was created 5 years ago, because it's been updated 3 months ago. Then people know it's up to date. So in the next video we are gonna address this issue with removing some of this here, make it more readable in a scenario where it's created the same day. And then we are gonna look into a couple of more things with displaying the blog post, and we are gonna test with multiple images. We're gonna test with text and all of that and see how that looks and see if we want to style it anymore. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.